This is News 3 Sports.
We love getting the opportunity to tell the stories of our local athletes. It especially helps when you all send us tips on good stories. This one was brought to our attention by one of our viewers. The Cobden boys basketball team has already made school history. It's the first time going undefeated in conference play, and they've earned their first outright conference championship since 1979. So let's go behind the highlights with the Cobden Appleknockers.
We're just one big family.
It's an honor to be an Appleknocker.
This is the community I want to represent.
I grew up watching both of my brothers play basketball here, and it's just nice to be able to follow in their footsteps.
There's a sense of pride you feel the moment you step into the Cobden Appleknockers gym.
I wouldn't rather play anywhere else.
To me, being an Appleknocker is just being a part of a huge family.
You know, you don't get a chance to be an Appleknocker very often, so I'm just really blessed to share this time with these guys.
It's a place rich with history. History that is plastered across school walls. History this current team hopes to repeat.
You know, whenever a lot of people, talk about the Cobden Appleknockers, a lot of people, that aren't from here would be like, oh, the Appleknockers of '64, that's how a lot of people know Cobden and, our little town. And if you go in our locker room, we have pictures from this 1964 team, and we look at that, and that's where we want to be. We want to be like those guys.
It's a story the people of Cobden will never forget. 55 years ago, the 1964 basketball team made it to the state championship.
State finals at Champaign. That's big ad in the big paper down there.
A time where schools were not divided into classes based on size. If you were good, you could make it to the state tournament.
There's the road to it right there all the way.
That was a dream come true. It was a dream come true for all of us. We all started playing together in the 4th grade.
A scene 1964 guard Jim Smith says he will never forget. Like peeling a page back in time, arriving back in Cobden after state.
There was a slow grinding hill coming into Cobden, and you started seeing all these people. I mean, just people everywhere. I mean, there were thousands of people there that day. And the town of Cobden itself was only 1,200 people.
People along the tracks in the neighboring town were waving at us and doing stuff. And we kind of got the feeling, holy cow, where are we in Carbondale coming through there, and there's people, yay, Apple, signs and everything.
That 1964 team was a tall group of guys, the shortest starter at 6'1". That's where the comparison to the current 2019-2020 team comes in. If you ask those close to the program, they say this group of guys have the height and talent to make a run into the postseason.
It's a great compliment because the boys have grown up on the story. I've read it and really respect Coach Ruggles, who was here at the time, and it's just it's such a great story, and then to be grouped with it is it's a compliment for us.
I mean, I think it's an honor for them to call us that. We still got a lot of work to put in, though.
I think it's pretty crazy because what they did, we've never done that. Like, we haven't won a regional since 1964, so just to hear that is pretty crazy.
The current Appleknockers are undefeated in conference play with their eyes on the postseason.
We've been really fortunate that we've played well. We played a lot of people close, but we wanted to play an upper schedule to try to help us get ready for postseason.
Cobden already has huge wins on their resume, like the one in the West Frankfort gym. A win there hadn't been done since the 1964 team in the Super Sectionals.
We do have some momentum going into the postseason, but at the same time, we're just trying to play it, one game at a time.
While this team tries to go the distance, they have the legendary state team behind them.
I hope these kids are able to go on and have the success like we had.
We really embrace it because we're proud of them. And these guys are still in the community. They still support us. They come to a lot of our games, so that means a lot for us.
It's pretty cool to see them sitting on the sidelines, watching us, cheering us on, because they could be doing anything else. They could be sitting at home, but they choose to come out and support us.
We had a book signing down there, and we went down, and they all showed up, and that team showed up and met and talked with the kids that played and what was it like, and the guys kind of said, well, just keep working hard and you'll know what it's like.
Working hard is exactly what these kids have done. Their first goal, to bring home a title when they host regionals.
That's just our main focus, is we want that so bad. We want it for our community.
We've been playing since we were little kids, like pre-K, so we know what we can all do, and it's just, we've always been there for each other.
So the Appleknockers have already clinched the conference title. They have had back-to-back 20-win seasons and earn a bye in round 1 of regionals. Cobden plays the winner of Century against Dongola. That game will be played Wednesday, February 26th at 6 p.m. And let's take a look at the Appleknockers of 1964 now. 11 of the 12 players, along with Coach Ruggles, are still alive. Bob Smith is the only 1964 Appleknocker that has passed away. 6 former players and Coach Ruggles still call Southern Illinois their home. So Cobden going to be a team to watch in the postseason. And that's all the time we have for sports. When we come back, we'll have one final check on the weather.